Hello and welcome to Pit Stop Procrastination, a pit stop for your thoughts when you just want to debrief the race. You are joined by Remii and Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Remy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Rem dog.
Rem dog.
No,
Zoe dog.
No.
Zoe.
We're not doing that. Oh, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So great.
I'm glad we're back.
It's so good to be back.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Blessed. This is great.
Well, this week we're in Montreal for round 5 and Mercedes have absolutely stamped their authority on this season once again. George Russell won the sprint, but Sunday belonged to Kimi Antonelli, who took his 4th win in a row after an insane battle with his teammate.
So unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So Ferrari were right there too, with Lewis Hamilton grabbing another podium in 2nd after an awesome fight with Max Verstappen, which I love to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And Max finally got the Red Bull back onto the podium for the first time this season.
Yeah, love to see it. McLaren, though, what a nightmare weekend. Both drivers struggled with strategy calls. Lando had to retire with a gearbox issue and Oscar finished outside of the points after contact and a penalty. First time in a really long time.
Yeah, no good.
No good.
So guys, let's get into Montreal. Zoe, what on earth just happened?
Oh, what did just happen? How did you watch this weekend?
I was at home, which was lovely. Lots of like rewatching first thing in the morning because I had a sleep in weekend.
Yeah,
I know we
nice.
had 6 a.m. starts, but I slept in all weekend.
Yeah.
And then I did wake up on Sunday to watch the race.
Nice.
Monday. We're in
Yeah.
Australia. Did wake up on Monday to watch the race,
Yeah.
which was fantastic. Classic Remii fashion, the race didn't start immediately. We had like two
False
formation
starts.
laps.
Yeah.
A false start and 2 formation laps.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, I woke up early for this. But fantastic. I won't say anything more at this point. How did you watch though?
What did I do? I watched delayed, so obviously watched last night, which was good. At home all weekend. It was really nice to kind of like catch up. Had a semi-busy weekend, so it was kind of just like trying to like mush it all in where I could. But yeah, it was good to watch. I feel like I don't know if you feel like this, but it normally takes me a little while to like get back into the swing of things.
Oh yeah.
Like watching. And so I felt like this was like the entree weekend, like leading into like the European season and kind of like, well, the European League of the season, I should say. And kind of like gearing me back up to like watch it again and, you know, get around it. Like I almost think it takes me like a couple of races to like really start to get excited about the battles because you kind of forget.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was like, who won the sprint and, you know, like Miami, like you forget the traction and the stories and things like that.
Especially with all of these breaks that we keep having, like it's rough.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is such a different viewing experience in Australia. Like it's so, we're not at the pub. Like we're at home. It's early or it's late. Like it's such a different viewing experience.
Yeah. And I think it feels like we're going into the season now. It feels like the start almost. Because people go like how did you find the race? Did you find it exciting? And I'm always kind of like, yeah, it was okay. But I think the thing for me is like I love the story and the narrative of the season. And when it's so like
when it's so disjointed.
It's not as much for that for me. Like it's not as high stakes. So
I feel that.
I'm very excited. This felt exciting, but not super, super exciting. And I think it'll be good to like lead into the season from here.
Yep, I 100% agree.
Cool. Okay. I guess I thought instead of covering the tyres for this year, we could cover, I've just decided we're going to cover the upgrades instead.
It's great.
Because I feel like it
makes more sense.
We were talking about the tyres, the tyres last year because they would like tell the story.
So important, yeah.
Whereas I think this year is like the upgrades more tell the story.
I think so.
So in terms of upgrades, McLaren had 7. Mercedes had 8. Red Bull only had 1. Ferrari had none. Williams had 2. VCarb had 4. Aston had none again.
Dude, what are you guys doing?
Haas had 5. Audi had 2. Alpine had 2. Cadillac had 2.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It does tell a bit of a better story, hey? It's quite interesting.
I think so. So it was like we were expecting big things from McLaren. We were expecting big things from Mercedes kind of is the vibe. Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Cool.
Shall we... Well, you don't really need to talk about practice.
No.
We're not doing that anymore, I don't think. Unless something crazy happens.
Yeah. If anybody has strong feelings about us not talking about practice, you let me know.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing to report here. Yeah. Sprint qualifying, well, you know, we don't need to spend too much time on that really. Like,
No.
I don't have that much to say really. I was just excited that we had a qualifying session again, you know.
Definitely. And I think it was really cool to see George up on pole. Like, I think he did exactly what he needed to do.
Yep. Oh, I did have one really funny quote. They said it's a Noah's Ark grid because I had 2 of each.
Yeah, 2x2x2x2.
It was really, really, really funny.
So funny.
I wrote that down. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I guess we can jump into the sprint race.
Yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room, baby.
My top note that I want to start with for this race weekend in Canada is I finally feel like we're seeing some real racing. That was the overarching feeling I got this weekend. I was like, finally, it's real and it's raw and it's feeling more competitive. I obviously it was only because of those, you know, few moments that we had, but it just felt so real.
And it's crazy, right? Because it's not like it's actually more competitive. Like Mercedes were a clear class ahead, but 100%. Like it just felt like they weren't yo-yoing. They were just like genuinely overtaking and like there was some, there was racecraft happening.
Yes, and there was more like aggression in the driving. There was more strategic moves, like diving. Like it really felt like we had real racing. Yeah. And I just haven't seen that all season.
Agreed.
I felt really good.
I'm really glad. Yeah. That makes me really happy.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed myself.
Okay. Well, I have one main question for you.
Okay.
About the sprint.
Yes.
How are you feeling about Kimi Antonelli now post-sprint? Like we'll park it, just pretend like we're recording this.
Before the race.
How do you feel about him?
Well, I feel like this might have been one of the first times we've kind of seen him like crack a little bit, if that makes sense. Yep. I think he not feeling the pressure, but I think he's really determined now, which is so funny because it's so early on in the season, I guess. I didn't like his attitude after on the podium. Yeah. That was really interesting. It felt almost like they hadn't had enough time to cool down yet before they spoke to him. And he the podium was really awkward. I know I'm skipping past the race here, but the podium was really awkward. I don't know if you guys watched that, but like Lando was literally standing in between them because it was so awkward, you know? So I feel like even Lando could tell that he needed to like be separate in between them in that moment. Yeah. I'll leave it there for now.
So basically what happened was that George and Kimi had, you know, they raced hard and my view on it is that George didn't do anything wrong. What's your view?
I don't think he did anything wrong. No. I don't think he did.
I think it was just good hard racing. Yep. And I think my main problem with Kimi, and to be honest, this is kind of, even though I kind of said let's focus on the sprint, but I think from him overall, my main issue with Kimi, and I want to say up the top, I really like him and I think he's a phenomenal driver and I really want him to do well. And I say everything from this because I want him to do well. Yep. I think he's had too much success too early. He has not faced enough adversity. He has not like gone through with a shitty car like he did last year, but not really. He fell off on his own accord for half of the season. You know, he's just come in and he's had all of this success. He's 19 years old. His frontal lobe is not fully formed and will not fully form for years to come. Yeah. And it's just like you know, like if he doesn't face any adversity, you know, he was moved up through the ranks so quickly. And, you know, the second he faces adversity, it's like George didn't even do anything wrong and he hits the roof. Yep. And so it's kind of like he's had no opportunity to actually race wheel to wheel with any of the greats. You know, he's had no opportunity to like come out on the bad or on the wrong side of that. Yep. And so he hasn't learned, you know, like it's like the comments that Charles made in Miami of like Kimi is so bad at wheel to wheel. And I really felt like we saw that again in Montreal because it was like, he just started whining the first second that like, you know, it wasn't going his way.
Do you think, because I always say in life and in a career, like you don't have to go through these really hard, sad things to make you like a better person. So I'm kind of like on the other side of you just for fun here. Yeah. Like, do you have to go through the grind of having like an awful car and like an awful team to give you that like grit to then become a really successful driver? Like, do you have to go through that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to suffer.
No.
But I think I framed it really well because I was having this discussion with somebody at work today.
Yeah.
And I was like, imagine if you got every single thing you've ever wanted at the age of 19, what kind of person would you be?
This is true as well. Because I don't want anything bad for him. I want to see him succeed. 100%. I want him to win a championship. Like, let's fucking go. Yep. But like, it is like a little bit scary. Like, oh my God, you're a literal child. Mm-hmm. Like,
and he's probably, you know, spoiler alert off the back of this weekend, going to win the World Drivers' Championship. It's his to lose.
Oh, I have butterflies.
Imagine that happening to you. Imagine you getting everything you've ever wanted at 19. And what the fuck does that do for you after that?
Yeah, it's a kind of a really crazy thought to have because you want this for him.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit like.
But I think in a few years, I'm like, it's not necessarily like maybe adversity is not the right word, but it's like you need to build up the experience. You need to build up your, you know, like like not even worldview, but your caliber. Like, you know, he hasn't gone through anything to get there. Yeah. You know, he hasn't learnt. He's a great racer, but he has just gotten in the best car and just fucking sent it.
And is this really exciting that he's gotten in the best car and he's just sent it and he's the youngest to ever do it? Like,
it is exciting. And I think if you were to take him out of it, then But I think if he wins this year,
what does that do to you
it's gonna be really detrimental to him as a person.
It's a really interesting question that you pose me here. And it's very interesting to think about because he is so young. But like that's what we want to see. We want to see it.
But do we want somebody at 19
to
win?
Is this our future? Like all these guys are so much younger than they ever were. I feel, well, maybe that's not true, but I feel like the drivers are starting to become so much younger and they're so much more successful. So is this like the start of the new norm? Do you know what I mean?
I don't think so because somebody was asked this on the weekend and I can't remember if it was like Charles or Lando, so I'm sorry. But they were basically saying like, do you think that the drivers are getting younger and younger? And it wasn't specifically in regards to Kimi. Yeah. And they were like, no, I think he's just like a really great talent coming through.
He really is. Okay, that's cool that they had the same question that I did. Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. Something is like really not setting right with me for this. It just feels like it's like really detrimental.
I hope he has really good mentors and everything around him.
Well, yeah, this is the thing.
Oh, because I want the best for him. I don't want him to be broken.
I do too. But can you imagine being 19, winning the World Drivers' Championship and then going, what the fuck do I do for the rest of my life now?
Well, he's just going to have to win 10 more.
Well, yeah, but what happens when he doesn't win anymore? And what happens with the entitlement that he would now feel? Because he will feel such an inflated sense of ego. Like his ego, we can already tell from this weekend, is massive from winning like 3 races.
Because he's so young. He doesn't know exactly how to carry himself just
yet. What I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It's not the adversity. He doesn't have the experience on how to carry himself in these moments. Yeah. George has all that experience behind him. His car still conked out in the race and he fucking lost it. Can you imagine Kimi in that situation?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Like, how would he handle it? He wouldn't handle it because he's never experienced it before. So then put on this like inflated like sense of ego and entitlement, the fact that he's leading this championship, everyone's like blowing it up, being like, you're like this generational wonder, you're leading the championship, you're going to win. And what is that going to do to him?
Yeah. I don't have an answer for you, but I think you're right. It's not adversity. It's like, I guess, life experience as well. Because
I don't think people have to go through hard things to be, you know, good. But it's just more like, I think maybe I mean adversity in the sense of like, he needs his car to conk out or whatever. He needs the experience of these different situations.
Start further back. Don't qualify
Work his way up.
No, 100%.
But it just felt like, and I thought that this is what was going to happen. Yeah. The second he faced any kind of like fucking something not going his way, it was like, it's everybody else's fault apart from mine. Like,
I wonder how they're dealing with that behind the scenes because I know there were so many radio messages of Toto being like, let's talk about this later. Let's talk about this later. And he wasn't listening. Yeah. So I wonder how they're navigating that behind the scenes because I'm sure that's top of mind for them as well. So like, what are you guys doing to support him and kind of like shape him so it doesn't get detrimental to him 100%?
Because, and I thought it was a really smart move from Toto and stuff to kind of really lean on the fact that George didn't do anything wrong, because I think the second they gave Kimi anything, even afterwards, you know, he runs away with it because, again, spoiler for the race, you know, the second George came up against him again, he was like, he pushed me off. It's like, you fucking didn't.
Nah, it was just really good racing.
Yeah.
And George had some fantastic quotes over the weekend about the kind of racing that they were doing. And it was like, we all know like what happens when we race like this, basically. Yeah. To paraphrase. So yeah, George just does come out with that experience that Kimi doesn't have. And a lot of the other drivers do have. Exactly. You know? Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. Really, really, really interesting.
Yeah, and I just think even like they both held themselves a bit better in the press conference after, but Kimi was still kind of doubling down on it, and I was just kind of like, and even then, like this is all mostly the media's fault too,
100%,
because the media's like, oh my god, he just handled himself so well, he could have been so angry when he got out of the car, and it's like he fucking still was angry, still was. Like just because he wasn't blowing up like a teenager, like a crazy teenager doesn't mean he wasn't handling himself super well. I didn't think he handled himself well.
I thought, as I said before, the podium was so awkward. Yeah. It was so awkward. Yeah. And George was kind of like standing in the background and like Lando's like in between them, like, what are we doing here? Like, I feel the tension. Yeah. I could feel the tension through the TV. Like
even Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen are fucking friends.
Like, yeah. And they have like the worst history. Yeah. Like, come on. Yeah. And like they were so cute on the podium together.
They were.
Fast forwarding too much, but God, what a weekend, honestly.
What a fucking weekend.
Yeah. Let's circle back on this like in future weeks as well as the season like keeps progressing. It is crazy to me, you know, that we're saying like, you know, we're only a few races in and it's like Kimi's going to win the championship because people can't claw back this like from this deficit. Yeah. But I'm like, it's so early on in the season.
Well, I think the problem is you've got him in a car that is so dominant that like nobody really stands a chance at getting back at him at this stage, right? Yeah. And George is now like what, 43 or 48? I will confirm later when we get to that part. Yeah. Like Kimi would need to like really go off the rails for George to be able to claw that back.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of feel bad for George.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the other side of it. And this is the thing, like so many people hate George and it's like I obviously have a soft spot for him. Yeah. Like Dylan and I had a big argument about this last night, as you know, because, you know, Dylan was like, sucked in George. And I was like, no, do you not understand the fucking implications of what has happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I really felt like it was George's to win this year, but now I just don't know.
No, it's I've got some quotes for later.
Beautiful. He had some great quotes this weekend.
But it's not George's to lose anymore. So
yeah, 100,000%.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was obviously the sprint.
Yeah. Since we keep talking about the race, shall we move over there?
I think so. I think we could like recap qualifying. I only have 1 point and then maybe, you know, I don't know if you have anything else, but I just thought it was really good after all the chatter that was happening with the sprint for George to turn around and just like send it. Like he had some really good quotes around that he looked at the TV screen halfway through. He saw that Kimi was putting in purple laps and which basically means fastest on track. Yeah. And then he was like, fuck, I've got to send it. And then absolutely sent it and pepped him again.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah. It was really like, quick.
This is why, again, it's that mentality. You know, George is consistent. Like Kimi, he's not consistent. He's quick, but he's not consistent.
Yeah, I'd take that.
What are your points?
I loved qualifying. It was such a good session. I love that Isaac hit first in Q2. That was just really fun.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I was like, we love to see it. I just obviously had what's going on with Ollie. I need to kind of dive into what's going on with him because I don't understand what's happening. And I just had George is so back. He's so happy. It was really, it was just nice.
It was just really nice to see.
Yeah.
Ollie Behrman, he didn't qualify very well. He qualified P16, which is a bit sad. But
yeah, I don't know what's going on, darling.
Yeah, I don't think the Haas had a very good weekend in general. I don't think so. Yeah, like Ocon was, you know, like he did better than his teammate. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
the race.
Jeez. I don't even understand. I'll tell you what my first thought was when this race started, which is hilarious because it's like 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever. The lights don't go out and Kimi like edges forward and then it's like, oh, it's like a false start. Like we'll just go around again. And I was like, are you kidding? He did a false start and you're just going to wipe it away?
Well,
obviously that's not what happened.
I know, but this is my problem with the entire fucking thing, especially now. It's like obviously George George's battery gave out on lap 30. So it's like
yeah.
Kimi again has another bad start.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what we can call it to be.
Yeah.
Gets lucky.
Got lucky.
George is so fucking unlucky. Like the only reason he's this far behind I almost said Oscar. Kimi at this point is because he has had 2 bad races out of his control.
Yeah. Oh, poor George.
Mm-hmm.
Poor George.
He fucking sat in Williams for 3 years. Bide his time.
Yeah.
Till Valtteri went.
Yeah.
He then sat in that tractor of a Mercedes for years and years.
Yeah.
Didn't complain.
He finally gets here. And some 19-year-old comes in. Oh, poor George.
And takes it all. And
so
that's
funny.
not taking away from Kimi, because if Kimi's faster, then Kimi's faster. But it's like these things keep happening to George.
Yeah. Oh, and now I can see that like team orders might start happening, because are they going to have to favour Kimi?
Yeah, I hope not.
Because he was like low-key quicker like in the race. Like
he was.
And I was like, are they going to yell team orders or?
He was quicker, but this is the thing. He was quicker. George is more consistent. Kimi kept locking up. You know, he's not good at starts. He does not have that experience.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that experience.
The starts is no good.
No, but he needs to learn.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we have a world? I could talk about this for hours. Could you imagine if we have a world champion who cannot start?
Yeah, it's not ideal. Not ideal.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother conversation. But yes, 1,000%.
Yeah.
So the whole race start was like crazy to me. So I was like going off for like a minute in my head, and then I realized what actually happened, which was that they already knew that Arvid couldn't get his car into gear. So that's why they,
they can't
abort and start.
Him. Yeah.
So, but at the time I was like, oh my God, they're rigging the rules for Kimi. Like, this is crazy. Like, obviously at 6 o'clock in the morning delusion.
Yeah.
Like, obviously. So that was like really, really weird start. And then I think we also need to talk about the absolutely insane call that McLaren made with the tyres.
I know.
Like, why have you got both your drivers on that tyre? What are you doing? It wasn't even raining.
It wasn't even raining. And I don't know why. I think they probably were like, we'll just... I don't know, because they were too far up to be taking a risk like that.
And both drivers?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Like, and they both weren't happy with it either. Like, they were both like, we should, Oscar was like, we should pit now, like before the start of the race, go in the pit lane.
He gave him 2 chances, Oscar.
Yeah.
2 chances.
Yeah.
He was like, let me come in, and then like, just stay out. Like, it might rain.
He said afterwards, it's one of those things where if it had rained a little bit more, we would have looked like heroes, but it didn't. So we looked like idiots.
That's not the moment to be a hero.
No.
To be a hero a bit later in the race.
Yeah.
And undercut someone. Do not try and go on a wet tire on a fucking dry
It was
track.
crazy. Like, I can't even recap. So McLaren obviously had such a terrible race.
So bad.
They started the race on inters. It was barely raining, which basically meant that Lando got a really good start, took the lead of the race. Oscar didn't have as good of a start. But the whole idea with the inters was that they had a better start. But then the second that the tyres all warmed up a little bit, they were fucked. And so they had to pit. And so then they pit. They were well down the order. They're fighting for mid-pack. And Lando had issues with his car. He had to come in again because they had to do some kind of reset on it. It wasn't working well. So that happened. And then just focusing on Lando, he then had to stop the race at lap 40 because his car just stopped.
Not good. McLaren, what are you doing?
Oscar, because he was down fighting Alex Albon. And
Oh, God.
I know, poor Alex has had a terrible weekend.
I can't talk about that incident because why did Oscar drive into the side of him?
He locked up.
Oh, God, it was so
He
bad.
locked up.
I really feel like they swept that one under the rug because they replayed it in a tiny little box.
Well, they replayed it again after the race. But it was it wasn't Oscar's fault. He locked up. He lost control of the car.
Sorry, Oscar, but that's no good.
So afterwards, he said that he had apologized. He said, and then he also apologized again to an interview. He said apologies to Alex and Williams because it certainly wasn't intentional. I just locked up and went into the side of him. So And then Alex said after the interviewer asked him just how frustrating was it to have that moment with Oscar, and he said, obviously with Oscar, just unfortunate. I don't think he planned to do the overtake. He just got caught out with track conditions and it happens. So they are still friends. It's still beautiful, but it was just
no good.
no good. And if McLaren had picked the right tyres to start with,
we would never have been in that position.
Neither of them would have ever have been in that position. Well, I mean, Lando would have still DNF'd, but it doesn't fucking help when you're having to like move through the pack like that. Like it was a terrible, terrible idea, front to back.
A weekend to forget for McLaren, as they would say.
Yeah.
Not good. So that was a bit sad. I was really hoping for a nice Oscar Lando comeback, but alas.
No good.
We try again next week.
What did you think about the podium, the race podium?
Race podium was unbelievable. Yeah. It was so special.
Yeah.
Again, super nice to see Max and Lewis just getting along.
I know.
Because they know
chatting.
they have to. They were chatting. Yeah. Like they both know their history and they're both looking past it.
Yeah.
And they really championed Kimi, which I think was really special, you know, because no driver has won 4 in a row of their first
The photos
races.
Of Lewis lifting him up is so cute.
It was so special. And I love moments like this because you want to see that camaraderie between the drivers because it is so cutthroat out there. But at the end of the day, you guys are the only 22 people in the world doing this. So like you are the only ones that know each other's experience. Yeah. And I just thought it was beautiful.
It was really beautiful.
Really, really nice.
It was just the talent on that podium alone was crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. Like what a podium. We'll get to it later, but I did think Zoe was going to get a point and I thought Max might be able to win it. So that would have been
it was
crazy.
Close.
That would have been crazy.
I just really liked seeing them both up there. Like I think it was a boost that both of them needed. Like obviously Charles had a terrible weekend and Lewis did quite well. Yeah. Charles just could never put it together. He couldn't understand what was happening. So that's a bit sad for him.
It was.
But I just think that both of these people needed the podium.
Yep, 1,000%.
Just to kind of boost their morale. And, you know, like Lewis was even saying like, you know, I didn't spend so much time in the simulator over the break. I just like focused on my like health and fitness and reconnecting with my friends and family. And that has put him in a really good mindset.
It's so nice.
It feels really good to have this like reaffirmed to him. Feels like he got back in the car and he was like, I'm just going to race like on instinct as opposed to like.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, which is I think where Danny Rick got stuck as well. Like I think towards the end he was trying to over-engineer everything. And
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
And I think it was really nice for Max as well because not only has he been having a bad F1 season, but he's been having an interesting season in his GT racing because he has not had that much luck. They've been doing really well, but they keep running into bad luck. Yeah. So I think Max would have been like, okay, I'm back up here where I belong kind of moment, which is really nice. Yeah. And I hope it gives them a little bit of, you know, hope in Red Bull land because it's a bit grim for them at the moment.
Yes, it is very, very grim. The only other thing that I had was basically some quotes from George afterwards. So obviously Kimi is now 43 points ahead of George. Yeah. George said, right now it's his to lose, talking about Kimi. He said, it's so many points ahead, it feels like the gods don't want me to win. Oh. Sorry, the gods don't want me to be in this fight. Oh. He said, pressure's off, go out, enjoy every single race, which I think is a really nice mindset.
That's nice.
The interviewer then asked him, how do you pick yourself up? I know when you spoke to Martin, you said, so Martin Brundle did a piece earlier in the week with George and George was like, obviously I didn't have a good weekend at Miami, but, you know, like at my bad weekend, I'm still, you know, like getting points and things like that. And he was like, you know, if I have a weekend where I don't get points, that's when I'm in trouble. Yeah. And then he obviously like foreshadowed the fact that he didn't get points. So the interviewer was like, I know when you spoke to Martin, you said losing a few points here and there is no big deal. It's the zeros you don't want. And really sadly, that's what's happened today. How do you pick yourself up? Yeah. George said, I've got to be honest, I'm proud of my weekend, you know, pole in the sprint, won the sprint, pole in qualifying. Yeah. I was leading when I stopped. I had good battling with Kimi, you know, from my side. I don't feel like there was anything more I could have done this weekend. So I'll leave satisfied, of course. I'm pretty damn frustrated with what's happened. But yeah, what more can you do?
Oh, it does suck for him because he really put everything in and it wasn't his fault at the end of the day. Yeah. Oh, poor George.
Poor George.
His blow up when his car clonked out was quite funny because he was real mad.
He was.
Real mad. Yeah. I was like, wow, George, tell us how you really feel.
Well, he fucking did, didn't he?
He really did. So that was really interesting. He has since apologized for his actions.
And he got a suspended fine.
Yes.
Yeah, which was...
Yep.
Is what it is.
So basically, like a warning. It's like, we're going to fine you $5,000, but you don't have to pay it right now. Yeah. But like, if you do it again, we're not waiving it again.
Yeah.
So I hope he doesn't do it again. God, it must get heated in the cockpit. Far out. I can't even imagine how you'd be feeling.
You would be so frustrated.
Especially leading, Jesus.
Yep. Did you have a favorite battle?
Just George and Kimi really racing
same.
it out. Like, it was really, really, really nice to see, truly. I just loved it. It was risky, and it wasn't like they were trying not to overtake to save battery. Like, it just felt if there was a gap, they were going for it, you know? And that's a quote from Ayrton Senna is, I can't remember what the words are, but it's literally like, if you don't go for the gap, are you even trying, really? So it just felt like that kind of racing. Yeah. And I loved it.
100%.
Do you have any different or the same?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I thought that I just thought George drove really well. I think Kimi has some work to do, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, until next week for them.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Who did you think drove the best?
I really think Lewis drove really, really well.
Yeah.
He was complaining a lot of the races, like, I need power, I didn't have enough power.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you pit me? And I still feel like he overcame all of that and performed really well. I was really proud of him.
He's really gelling with his new race engineer, Carlos Santi.
It sounds like it, which is really nice.
And he said afterwards he was very happy with him too. So that's really,
nice.
Really positive.
I think he actually was driver of the day too, I think.
Good.
Yeah, so he deserves that.
Good. Good.
What about you? Same?
And also George.
Yeah.
I think George
he had a good
drove
weekend.
really well. He had such a good weekend.
Yep.
He went there to do a job and he did the job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his fault of the outcome.
No.
We will rebuild.
We will rebuild. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the season brings.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think this is what I'm talking about. It's like, if we didn't have another race for another 3 weeks now, you would lose the heat of what's happened. What happened? Oh yeah, George. Yeah. Whereas now it's like all eyes on Monaco.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I love Monaco. Even though it is boring, it is beautiful.
It's gonna be good, I reckon.
I hope it's good this year. I'm really looking forward to it. And now it is time for a radio check.
Yay.
Lots of radios this week.
Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I have, let's just save the best to last. So I'm going to go with Charles.
Yeah.
He said, let's stop speaking until the last lap. You tell me the last lap and anything absolutely critical.
Yep.
Because this race engineer had just like told him how much faster Lewis was going.
So funny. And he's like, literally like, don't speak to me.
Yeah.
I really liked from Toto, he said, can you concentrate on the driving, not on the radio? That was to Kimi, which subtle foreshadowing for the entire weekend.
Yeah. Because was it the same one where he said, Kimi, now is the 4th time we talk about this internally and not on the radio?
That was a different one.
Yeah, okay, well there you go.
Yeah, it happened a few times.
This is what I'm saying, baby.
This has happened a few times. I had one from George as well. He said, what the hell is he doing? He's just in the middle of the roads. That was George talking about Alex Albon.
Alex did not have a good weekend.
So, I feel so bad. Oh, my Williams boys. Not good.
Not good. I have another Charles one. He said, during quali, he goes, we're either going to be on the wall or P8. And then he ended up P8.
Yeah.
So he predicted it, which was so funny.
That's so hilarious. Yeah. The only other one I had was the start of the one that you said before when Kimi's like, if we need a race like this, that's good to know.
Yeah.
His little attitude. And then they came on the radio and they're like, Kimi, this is the 4th time. We need to talk about it internally and not on the radio, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, heated.
Is this another one from Toto or is this the same one that you said before? Because he goes, Kimi, concentrate on the driving, please, and not on the radio moaning.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
That was the unraveling of it all.
Yeah. And so then Kimi was like, I don't care, he pushed me off.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
He pushed me off.
Yeah. And then, do you have any more?
Nah.
The other one was just like Kimi being like, that was very naughty.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
That
was funny.
Yeah. And then what about the one that you sent me with Lando and Will?
Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, my God, how did I forget about this one?
I don't know.
Oh, my God, it was so bad. They were like, H-O-T-T, go, Lando. And he's like, never again, please. And he goes, that was for someone else. It was so bad. Oh, my God, I can't believe I said that out loud.
The classic bait and switch.
Dude, that's bad. Not good.
No good. Okay, I'm going to close my lappy top for a second. You tell me about F1 Academy.
Yes, it was an F1 Academy weekend, guys. Finally.
Yay.
Which is really, really exciting. It was a very big weekend, 3 races. And they always seem to cop the bad weather. They had a wet race as well. Always they get the annoying. Bad weather. But anyway, it played into their favor, as I will get into.
Yeah.
So 3 races this weekend. That means I have 3 stories, which is really exciting.
Hit me.
So the opening race, Alicia Palmowski won the race, which made her take the championship lead, which was very exciting.
Who does she drive for?
She drives for Campos Racing.
Okay.
So she actually won this race by the biggest margin for like the F1 Academy has had, which was really exciting, right?
Did I see this?
Yeah, you would have.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Was it by over 10 seconds?
Yes.
Woo!
This is 10.1 seconds, right? Remember this fact for later.
Okay.
Also, I thought it was really interesting that Emma Felbermeyer stalled as she took off, but obviously everyone else passed her. It's a really hard track too because the turn is like right there kind of thing after the straight when you take off. But she put in a relentless fight to get back and she finished in 10th.
Really?
Which was really, really good. So I loved like watching that. That was really, really good.
That's super impressive.
So then we have the reverse grid race, which Matilda Pats won, which was her first win in the category, which is so nice. So I love to see that.
Awesome.
And we also had Rafaela Fiera. She had a penalty for a false start, so it gave Matilda the win. So it was like Rafaela was trying to she knew she was going to have a penalty, so she was trying to get away, but she like couldn't make that amount of time up. So that was really nice for Matilda Pats to win, and it was the Aston Martin's first win in F1 Academy as well.
Oh, that's so good.
Nice. Such a good weekend.
At least they're winning somewhere.
Yes. And thirdly, we have the feature race.
Oh shit!
So close the laptop.
Whoa!
So remember that record that I told you to remember?
Yeah.
So Palmowski broke her own record from Friday and she won. Do you want to have another guess of what it might be this time?
Was it 10.7?
10.9 seconds. So that's the biggest like lead from first to second that they've ever had. So she broke her record like twice in the same weekend. So and this race was also in the wet, which I actually saw an interview of her, and she was saying they were asking all the drivers, what's your unpopular opinion? And she was like, I love racing in the wet. So she's won in the wet. She's beat her record in the wet. And she was having car issues on the last lap. And she literally was coming over the radio saying like, I've got power issues and something was going on. Still won, still broke her record. Unbelievable.
Oh, I'm so proud of her.
I know. So now.
Oh, that's great.
It's so amazing. So now she holds a 25-point lead in the driver's standing. And
love to see it.
Yes. And our next stop is in Silverstone, which is very soon.
So it's not too far away, July.
No, not far at all. 3rd to the 5th of July-ish. Yep. So, and I just wanted to say, don't forget, you can watch all the highlights of F1 Academy on their YouTube or the full races on their YouTube. Really easily accessible.
Perfect.
Commentating is fantastic.
Yep.
Racing is fantastic. You guys know how much I love it.
Yeah.
Really exciting weekend.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That was so
good. No worries. Hope you enjoyed.
All right, now we move into our tea segment.
Amazing.
There's a bit going on this week.
Please tell me.
It's going to calm down once we don't have like a million weeks between races.
Yeah.
The thing is I'm trying to bring everything that's kind of like all the big stories that have happened.
Yeah.
So first one off the bat.
Okay.
I spoke about this last time, the GP Lambiase saga, because like Laurent Mickies and like Zach Brown were like kind of like arguing over like what GP was going to McLaren to be.
His role title.
So they were sitting in the Canadian press conference, like the pre-one before the weekend starts, and both Laurent Mickies, so team principal of Red Bull where GP is at the moment, and Andrea Stella, who's the team principal of McLaren where GP is going.
Yes.
They're both sitting there.
Yes.
And one of the interviewers asks what the deal is, because they can't agree on what GP's title is. And Laurent Mickies goes, look, it's certainly my understanding that GP is going to McLaren to become a team principal. He's fucking doubling down again. That's what I told you at the time. Look, obviously we've had a number of conversations before he was going to make the decision. Now don't ask me if it's going to happen. The timing of it is none of my business. I can just tell you the content of our conversations.
Oh my God.
So Andrea Stella is like sitting next to him.
Yeah.
And he basically said, look, I'm really stretched in my role. I really need like additional support.
Yep.
And he said, what I said before is that for us, it's important to employ the best talents in Formula One because Zach and I want to build the strongest team.
Yep.
Not only in the present, but I think we have some good reference to strong teams in the past. I've been a part of Ferrari in the early 2000s, and I know that level of seniority, expertise, and leadership that you need to be successful. So employing GP as part of this vision, which is a vision of creating additive leadership that can integrate with the present leadership and create a stronger team at McLaren. And I very strongly wanted GP to join McLaren. I'm personally very stretched in my role, and I want to create a strong group of leaders working with me. So I think the plan is very clear. Any other speculation leads us back to the silly season.
Oh my God.
So hopefully that's shut down now. But it's kind of crazy that it like devolved into that.
Yeah, it really took its own life, that story.
Do you think it's one of those situations where like GP was like, oh, I've really got to go because they're like offering me this like crazy like opportunity, and I'd be stupid to not take it. And then like Lauren has been like, oh, of course. And then like it's just like spiraled.
Yeah, I reckon it's just spiraled from one like tiny little thing, which is so hilarious.
Like added mayo to it to like try and be like, I have to go.
Yeah. It's like if you have to like lie to like leave your current job or something. I don't know.
Literally. So there was a bit of beef. Lewis has basically said again in the same kind of press conference situation that he is going to stay with Formula One for a while yet. So
love to say it.
Basically he has control over his Ferrari contract. Lewis does. So he can extend up until 2028. He made a comment in the press conference that he said he's seen people trying to retire him.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
And then he said he's not going anywhere, so get used to it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So basically
George. Yes, Lewis.
He wasn't saying it was media, he was saying it was somebody in F1.
Who? Oh, now I want to know. Trying to retire him.
So the exact quote was, there's a lot of people that are trying to retire me, but that's not even in my thoughts. I'm already thinking of what next will be next and planning for the next 5 years, but I still plan to be here for some time. I'm still in contracts. Everything's 100% clear to me.
Yeah.
I still love what I do with all my heart, and I'm going to be here for quite some time, so get used to it.
Who's trying to get rid of him? Behrman's team?
Well, that's certainly been floated, yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
If Lewis stays until 2028 and beyond, what's that going to do for Ollie?
Yeah, he's going to have to sort his shit out, I guess.
Well, I guess he could sit there for another few years. It's not too far.
No,
anyway.
It's funny.
Lando Norris, he had a really cool helmet this weekend. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was sick.
So the unique design is supporting fellow F1 world champion Jackie Stewart's dementia charity, Race Against Dementia.
So nice.
To help raise awareness and funds. The one-off helmet features a split design, one half representing the complex network of a healthy human brain and the other side representing a deteriorating brain suffering from dementia. And I just thought that was so cool. Really, really, really cool.
It was really, really nice. I loved it.
And I was just kind of like, this is Lando being a world champion.
Yeah, 1,000%, right?
Showing us like advocating for causes, like it's giving Lewis Hamilton. It was great.
Yeah, it was really good. And I don't know if many people know about that initiative. So I think it's really good that he, as the world champion, is bringing it to the forefront.
I completely agree.
Yeah, really, really cool. It was such a cool helmet. I loved it.
So cool.
Yeah, did really well. Got lots of people talking.
Yeah, which is exactly what we want.
Exactly.
Christian Horner is lurking still. So ahead of an appearance at last weekend's Monaco Formula E race, Horner was spotted at the Cannes Film Festival with BYD's Executive Vice President Stella Lee.
So interesting.
So BYD have kind of hinted that they would like to join F1.
Yep.
They still seem to be a way off making any kind of commitment, but basically there's these rumors that maybe BYD will join F1 and Christian will lead that.
Yep.
So apparently very, very early days.
So interesting.
But they wanted to be seen together because they posed for photos.
Oh my God. It's so funny. The politics of it all.
Yeah.
I saw this really funny tweet that was like, Toto is going to buy the team just so Christian Horner can't be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's actually so funny. Yeah. I reckon they might come into F1.
I think they probably will. Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I have all these quotes from Max about the regulations, but I don't know if it's even worth going into. Basically, he's obviously been talking a game for ages about how he's going to leave the sport.
The
whole thing actually centers around basically after Miami, they kind of agreed that the internal combustion engine from 2027 would become a 60-40 split between combustion and electric power, which is obviously what Max wants because he wants it to be more like proper engine, less power, like electrical power. So going into Montreal this weekend, Max was like, I'm going to stay. Like, I'm going to stay. Like, we're making these good moves, like, towards a good car again. And, like, I'll obviously hang around. And then the manufacturers kind of were like, well, no, I don't, like, this is too, like, fast for us to be able to, like, turn this around. Maybe not. And then, so Max then turned around and goes, well, then I'm not going to stay.
And then everyone's going, oh no, oh no.
And so I'm like heavily paraphrasing there because I just we're short on time. But like he has all this influence and he is wielding it in the way that he should. I do think that this is a good call, but it's just kind of funny because it's like
it is funny.
They agreed to it and so he's good and then they're like maybe not and so he's like no.
He's like actually I'll leave then.
And so I'll leave you on this quote from him.
Please.
He said, I've been driving all sorts of different cars and last weekend reminded me of how pure and great motorsport can be. That was at the Nürburgring 24 Hours. And then you come back to F1. Even if you gave us a rental car, we'd still put on a great show.
I want to see that. I want to see that. Oh my God.
For me, it's confusing. It's not what F1 should be. It's too complicated. What's allowed when you're up the front or at the back on the formation lap, it's all the shame we have to deal with it. F1 should be purer. And I hope the changes they make next year are the bare minimum that it needed to take.
Hang on, I'm still stuck on, when you hire a car and it's like, if SUV or similar, put them all in an or similar and it's not the car that you booked at all, put all of them in an or similar
and fucking send it. So watch that space. Maybe when we have a bit more time, I can do a bit more of a deep dive on that, but he's very much flip-flopping. Who knows? This one's just really funny. These ones are funny.
Okay.
So I'm just going to lead you home with this.
Okay, please.
There's obviously been a lot of rumors that Ocon was going to like leave Formula One because he's not very good. He scored like 1 point to like Ollie Behrman's doing really well.
Yes.
Ayo Komatsu, there was a lot of rumors as well that they don't get along.
Yes.
Did you see those?
I did.
So Ayo Komatsu has responded.
Yes.
He said...
The drama.
And I apologize for my language.
Oh, God.
He said, and I quote, there is no foundation whatsoever, absolute bullshit for these rumors. If somebody wants to write that kind of bullshit, feel free, but fucking hell, is that journalism? I have no idea. It's terrible. What are they trying to achieve? Have any of you heard me saying anything like that? It's incredible. I didn't even have a single argument with Esteban in Miami. It's just amazing how completely this bullshit gets smoked up and then because nobody checks the source, then everybody just writes on top of it. How is that journalism? It's just fucking bullshit gossip.
Who did he quote this to? The person was like, oh my God.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Wow, that's literally insane.
Toto was asked in the weekend if they were going to like enforce some kind of papaya rules. Did you see this?
No.
He goes, we like to eat fruit. We don't like fruit rules.
Jesus Christ. Getting silly.
And then this is just a really cute quote. Nico Rosberg, he was talking about his daughters and he said, a few weeks ago I put one of my daughters in a go-kart. She drove slower than I could walk. Then she started crying immediately. I knew that this wasn't her dream and that's totally okay.
Oh, my heart. That's so funny.
It's a beautiful one to end on.
Oh, I love that.
Do you have any tea?
The only thing I had, which I will not be clipping this up for socials, this is like podcast only, right? Keeping on your story of talking about Ocon and Haas and everything, right?
Yeah.
There are these like rumors going around. Like I saw these posts. That's why it's not leaving the pod because it's like I don't know if it's like real or if it's just rumors. Right?
We may have been verified. Yeah.
So allegedly, it says if Haas. Like, so obviously like that Esteban's like having like problems and stuff. Yeah. And it's like if Haas moved, Jack Doohan is already in place as a reserve driver, right?
Yeah.
So, and like Yuki Tsunoda's name is like circulating as well in the paddock because he has like good commercial and like competitive like option kind of thing. So And Esteban Ocon is obviously like not doing well in points, like compared to Ollie. And then there's all this stuff talking about how like he doesn't get along with the team principal, so his seat is like in jeopardy. So the only reason why I bring this to the pod is because if you guys remember, Zoe was like saying that Jack Doohan might really come back. Him
to. Yeah.
And apparently this is kind of like circulating. I can't really see them pulling Esteban out of the seat to put Jack in. Nah. Like I can't really.
Fuck.
Not at this point. I don't think it's worth it.
Not after those quotes.
Yeah, it's not really worth like making this drama, but it is circulating and there are names. So Yuki's name is still being thrown around.
Do you think it's coming from Yuki's camp to keep him relevant?
I think maybe it's to keep him a bit relevant because, Yuki's, disappeared this year a little bit,
and he's not really been talked about much.
No. So anyway, that just stays between us.
Cool. Okay.
Little secret for the pod.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, now we move into by the numbers. Gonna do some quick round facts for you all.
Let's go.
Attendance, 360,000 people.
We got it. Amazing.
A new high. Wow. Beautiful.
Love it.
The difference between Kimi and George in SQ3, so sprint qualifying, and Q3 race qualifying was exactly 0.068 both times.
Crazy, right? I don't know how this shit happens. Yeah. Nuts. Love a number like that.
The only drivers with more pole positions than George Russell in Montreal are Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Up there with the greats.
I've got the 2026. I'm going to do this every week.
Yep.
Every race.
Yep.
Qualifying head-to-heads.
Yep.
So we can keep tabs on how everything's happening.
Yes.
Aston Martin, Alonso, 5, Stroll 0.
Yeah.
Behrman 4-1 Ocon,
so
no good. Carlos Sainz is out-qualified Alex Albon 4-1.
Wow.
Oscar has out-qualified Lando still 3-2. Yep. So I think that's from earlier in the season.
Yes.
This is just races, by the way.
Yes.
Kimi Antonelli has now out-qualified George Russell 3-2. So George is like clawing it back a bit.
Yep.
Leclerc 3-2 over Hamilton, Gasly 3-2 over Colapinto, Lawson 3-2 over Lindblad, Verstappen 3-2 over Hadjar, Hulkenberg 3-2 over Bortoleto, Perez 3-2 over Bottas.
Oh, the little, I've been keeping an eye on them a little bit, but we haven't really been seeing them on our screens very much.
No.
That's okay. Interesting. I like that. Thank you for bringing us up. I like that.
So Colapinto finished P6, his best ever result in Formula One.
It's good.
Yep, very good. Yep. Happy with that.
Lovely.
George Russell was on a 38 race finishing streak before his retirement in Canada. That's the 4th longest finishing streak in F1 history.
Nuts. A consistent man.
Exactly.
A consistent man.
Kimi Antonelli's championship lead over George Russell is 43 points. Only twice in Formula One history has a driver overturned a bigger deficit to win the title. And that was the 46 points that Charles Leclerc was ahead in 2022 and Max Verstappen ended up taking it.
Yeah. Sad.
Max was in the dominant car in the end.
Yeah.
And Sebastian Vettel had 44 points over Fernando Alonso in 2012 and he obviously won.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, does it?
So it's like, it's bleak at this point for George. And that's why he's obviously spiraling because they both have the same car. So what do you do about that? Kimi just has to make mistakes.
Yep. I can't see Kimi, I said this last week, I can't see Kimi winning a 5th time in a row.
Oh, we'll just fucking see.
I said exactly those words
last week.
I
just don't know.
God, I didn't know either.
So Lewis Hamilton's mum, Carmen, attended the 2026 Australian Grand Prix.
So cute.
And Lewis finished in 4th place.
Yep.
She attended the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix and he finished in 3rd.
Yep.
And she attended Canada this weekend and he finished in 2nd.
So nice. He had some beautiful quotes over the weekend about how he's trying to get his mum to come to more races. It's so sweet.
It's so beautiful the way he talks about his parents.
It's so nice.
I have a couple on my phone I haven't copied over.
Oh, please.
Kimi Antonelli is the only driver in history to have their first 4 victories happen consecutively.
Crazy. That's not going to be beaten for a very, 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 very long time. Yep. That's nuts.
Kimi is now guaranteed to have led the World Drivers' Championship until at least Spain, which is in 77 days. And this is longer than both Charles and George have ever led the World Drivers' Championship.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, that's nuts.
It is nuts. I had one for Oscar, but I've lost it, so I apologize. But basically it was saying like this is the first time he's finished outside of the points in a really long time.
Yeah. Yeah, when he's actually driven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Come on, Oscar.
Hee.
Come on.
Okay.
Kills me.
Let's do the predictions and then I'll do around the apex. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I thought that Max was going to come P1 and Oscar was going to be P2 and George was going to be P3. So
God damn.
So close but so far.
Yeah. So close but
you
so
thought
far.
Lando 1, Kimi 2, Oscar 3.
Yep.
So the points tally is now you're still on 2 and I'm still on 1.
And I said George wasn't going to have a good weekend and I was like half right.
You were half right. We were so close but so far.
I know. I kind of like it when it's like this. It's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to predict for Monaco?
Yep.
Do you want to go first?
Yep.
Okay, hit me.
All right. Predictions for Monaco.
Yay!
Let's go. All right. Another week of crazy predictions because why not?
Yep.
George is going to get P1.
Okay.
He has to claw it back. George is number 1.
I would love to see him come first in Monaco.
I would like it.
Yep.
I am going to keep going with the crazy and say that Charles Leclerc, P2.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
He can do it.
Yeah.
P3, in my head, I've got Kimi and I've got Lewis because I know Kimi has to be up there, but I need Lewis to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
But for the sake of the points, it's Kimi.
Okay.
As number 3.
All right, that's fine.
Crazy. All
okay.
Right,
my predictions for Monaco will be as follows.
Oh my God. So official.
George is coming number 1.
Yep. Okay.
George is doing this.
All right.
George is doing this.
Yep. I back you.
Okay. Kimi will come second.
Okay.
And he'll cry the whole time. And then Lewis is going to come third.
Wow. No Charles for Monaco?
No,
Home
because
race?
I think he may do it.
Yeah.
And it was he's either coming first.
Okay.
And George is coming somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or he's not coming anywhere.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair call.
We'll cut that up after when I fuck it up. But anyway.
I'm excited for this race.
I am too. I'm actually really excited because again,
so
getting back into the swing of it.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. I'm shutting my laptop now because I didn't have any around the apexes.
Okay, so the first Grand Prix in Monaco was held in 1950.
Mm-hmm.
The track length is 3.337 kilometers. The most pole positions here is Ayrton Senna with 5 and the most wins is Ayrton Senna with 6.
Yep.
So obviously Monaco was one of the 7 venues on the inaugural F1 World Championship calendar back in 1950.
Mm-hmm.
The pole to turn 1 breaking point is 142 meters. It has a cool as fuck tunnel.
Yeah.
Where,
it's
cars
so
go
beautiful.
Through.
Oh,
the whole thing is so beautiful. And I'm just really excited to see if anyone's going to be running on a treadmill on a yacht.
Oh yeah. It's always a joy to see, isn't it? And then it's like, most of them live in Monaco. So like they'll be having the week off this week and then like they're already in town. Like everyone should be in great spirits.
I'm just really excited. Yeah. And I'm excited for George to have his redemption arc, whatever that looks like.
Yep. I think he might.
And I'm really excited for us in Australia because it's a long weekend.
Yes. It is a long weekend.
Race will be at 11 p.m.
Yes.
on a Sunday night. We can
stay up. There's no consequences for the next day.
No.
Yes. Thank God. And it's Monaco.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So it's just going to be really fun.
It's going to be really fun.
This is the thing. The momentum has built.
Yes.
Montreal was a really good, precursor.
Yep.
We're good to go.
Small break and then we're back into it. It's double header.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we'll see you guys in a fortnight.
Yes.
Yay.
If you guys like today's episode, please make sure you follow us or whatever it is on Spotify and Apple and YouTube.
Yes.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yep,
Hello, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Where else can people find us, Zoe?
They can find us on Instagram. They can find us on TikTok. They can find us on Twitter.
Yes.
They can find us on Pinterest and various other locations at Pit Stop Procrastination.
Yes.
So definitely give us a follow.
I updated a new meme.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yep. It's the one of George looking through the wire,
That's so good.
So
we're trying to do some more interactive stuff on Insta and TikTok, so definitely head over there.
We're just having so much fun.
Yeah.
It's such a great time.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, guys.
See you in a fortnight.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.